welcome to iDevSpot, your quick start tutorial on DigiVendor Pro. During this video, we'll be working with the written documentation that already exists, so you have something to work alongside with. So let's begin on the webpage idevspot.com, and we'll just go over to the right and click on Documentation. From here, scroll down and click on Getting Started. And then we'll choose the program, which today we're looking at DigiVendor Pro. So click right there. So to make things simple, I've opened up a second tab with my administrator sign-in. Now yours will probably be your website domain name, whatever it is, .com / DigiVendor Pro, or you might have named it store, whatever you named it in your installation. So let's begin by typing in the username that you chose, followed by the password that you chose for your administrator sign-in, clicking sign in, and we get pulled up to our administrative control panel. And you'll see right in the middle there's these bright pink boxes, which are the help boxes. So as our help box says, in this admin section there's going to be a lot of these help boxes, and it's highly recommended that you read through them if you're having any issues or difficulties figuring things out. If you are an advanced user, you can disable the boxes, and basically you would just click Hide Help Box, which we're not going to do right now. Okay, so to get started, let's go back to our wiki, and our first point talks about setting up the configuration and settings box. So we'll go back into our admin section, and over on the right hand side is a configuration. We'll click on General Settings. And begin here by filling out your email address. You can fill out the maximum amount of customer downloads that you want your customers to have. And your signature line is basically going to be your company name or any signature that's going on outgoing emails. Now again, this information is actually found in our help boxes. It explains what the maximum customer downloads is, explains the signature line, and it explains the order page comments. So go ahead and fill in the general settings, pressing submit, and then we'll go back to our wiki and see that the next step is to fill in the PayPal setting. This is still under configuration and settings, so we'll go back to our admin section and just continue scrolling down. Notice that there's a help box here to help you understand the PayPal setup options. Basically, you have the option of what currency you want. You must fill in your PayPal email address, and it must be your primary PayPal account email address only, or else things won't run smoothly. And so continue on filling this down, pressing submit when you're finished, and then continuing through the help storefront configuration, another set of boxes to help you understand what each one of the categories means. So go through filling in all of the categories and then again pressing submit. And so now we've finished with our configuration, and the next step, we'll go back to the iDev wiki, is to set up an email template which will be sent to your customers after they purchase a product. So coming back to the admin section, our email templates is over on the right hand side, and we need to create a new template. There's also the option to manage your old templates if you want to change things up. So let's check on new template, and then from here you have your subject line, and this will go out with every email or every download that gets sent. And you can enter a big message into the body here of your email, pressing submit when you're finished. And you'll see now that if you wanted to go to your templates, you can press Manage Template, and your list will come up. This is the one we created. We didn't name it or anything, but you can click on DigiVendor Pro Demo, let's say, and if you wanted to edit things, you also have that option. So the next thing we want to do, step 3, is to set up the store settings categories. Again, on the right hand side, we'll click on categories, and you have the option of unlimited amount of categories. We'll click to create a new category. We would simply enter a new category title. Let's do digital products, which we might already have. Press submit, and you'll see that digital products just came in. Now, as you're going through this page, be sure to keep your eye on the tooltips. You can see that this little icon with the yellow plus means that you want to expand this category and add or edit subcategories. So let's go ahead and do that. So with digital products, let's click on the expand, and maybe we want our digital products to be ebooks. Press submit, and now under digital products we have the category of ebooks. Now if you want to go back to the top, press top and everything comes up here. You can now see that there's one subcategory within digital products. There's also options of deleting our categories, and if you don't want to, if this was a mistake, you can try it again, but we're going to delete it. And then on the left-hand side, we have the option of editing the category name, which we could click on video and give it a new name. Let's call it video games. Seeing that here it changed. So continuing on with our setup, we'll actually come back to mailing list and we'll come back to QuickJump. And we're going to move over to products. Now you've created your categories for your products, and we might want to begin adding products. So we'll click on Add Product. And when you go through this, again, make sure to read the help boxes on product setup, making sure that there is a correct price formatting going on. And we'll begin by putting in the product name. Maybe we have a book called How to Sell Digital Products. With our price formatting rules, making sure you do it the right way. So this is $10.99. And then putting in the file location. So in file location, you have two options, and the help box below explains the difference between the file location URL option and the file location root path option. So for this moment, we'll choose root path. And then you can actually choose an email template, which you created in the right-hand side. And we'll press submit. So now we have our new product, How to Sell Digital Products. So one of the great features with DigiVendor Pro is at this point you can decide how you want to sell your digital products. And if you have a store created, meaning you probably have more than one item, you can now click on the shopping cart button and decide on a few of the features for your store, whether you want to show the product in your store, whether you want it featured on your home page, what category it might be in, as well as a product caption and description. And if you've decided not to have a store, you can have a standalone order page. So here we'll click on the dynamic order page icon, and you'll see this link here which you would copy and paste into your code. And if someone clicked on it, they would go to a page that looked similar to this. It's a basic Order Now page. And then the final option is simply inserting a PayPal button into your website. So with this option, we would click on the PayPal button, and then there's many buttons that you can choose from. For a little bit more information on these product integration options, go back to your wiki, and under number 5, you can click on product integration options and read a little bit more about each one that you can choose from. So now that you've entered your categories and added all of your products and chose what kind of store you want to have, there's just a few other features to know about the administration panel. At this point, your store is ready to go and you can start selling your digital products. But to find out more about these other features, such as user management, sales history, and statistics, check out part 2 of this series of iDev Quick Start tutorials.